information. These are values that need the value. There is no shortcut, by the way. We fail to do this now, and we are going to have the kind of culture we have. When we are trolling good people, I saw Eliud Kipchoge last night giving an interview, and he was uncontrollable because he has been trolled by people who have been given space on social media to demonize others, accuse them of anything, call them this. And therefore, we have built a culture where we glorify thieves and we demonize good people, where people will have, the country will have indisciplined citizenry.
Yes.
People whose values are defined by instant gratification, and so they cannot endure pain.
Yes.
They cannot go through hardship. And the long and short of it will be kids committing suicide. This idea of allowing a culture of ending cause, and if you get a firm person like Dr. Mutua who says values are important, you demonize them. What will happen? We are allowing our kids to have their way in the name of Western civilization. We will end up where the US is, where kids have access to guns and they go to school with the guns and they kill their fellow kids and their teachers.
Okay, Daktari, you've talked about this information need to be heard by senior people in the government, also in the presidency. Why do you think is necessary that we
not
get
quite
here?
Not quite the information. These are values that need
the values.
There is no shortcut, by the way.
Yes.
We fail to do this now, and we are going to have the kind of culture we have. Did you see a house last night, a whole apartment collapsing in Othiro?
Yeah.
At night. You can imagine how tragic. You have rented a house that was built with approval of engineers and the government.
Yes.
And people at the risk of dying. That could have been a calamity.
Yes.
You are seeing bridges collapsing.
Yes.
Yes, you can say there are floods and some of these things are natural calamities, but it's recklessness and the greed of people who do not appreciate these things. And now when we are bringing up our kids with the culture of instant gratification, when we are trolling good people, I saw Eliud Kipchoge last night giving an interview, and he was uncontrollable because he has been trolled by people who have been given space on social media to demonize others, accuse them of anything, call them this. And therefore, we have built a culture where we glorify thieves and we demonize good people. The long short of this is going to be a very disastrous future, where people will have, the country will have indisciplined citizenry.
Yes.
People whose values are defined by instant gratification, and so they cannot endure pain.
Yes.
They cannot go through hardship. And the long and short of it will be kids committing suicide. This idea of allowing a culture of ending cause, and if you get a firm person like Dr. Mutua who says values are important, you demonize them. What will happen? We are allowing our kids to have their way in the name of Western civilization. We will end up where the US is, where kids have access to guns and they go to school with the guns and they kill their fellow kids and their teachers. So that in the long run, you will have more crime, you will have more unhealthy society. The government will spend more money trying to bring order and the sanity in society, when if they listen to me and give me the support and the resources and the authority and office to bring this moral, because we can use film and music and our culture and set up, even through Nyumba Kumi. I don't know if I told you, I'm also the leader of the community policing in Mwala.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, I lead the police. We do parties for them, we celebrate them. Any OCPD or OCS reporting in my place, I am informed first. Not because I'm holding any position, but because I lead that community. Because we have to work with the government, we have to work with the police to bring security and bring order in our society and ensure that citizens are able to relate with the police so that they can be able to report crime and so on, so that our parents can live. Before we started that thing, we had a case of a 60-year-old man being sodomized by young boys. There used to be running battles and fracas at Masi between the border people and the police. Then God brought us a very good OCPD called Ronald Kiroi. We teamed up and we removed his uniform and intermingled with the citizens, with Wananchi, and we started that community policing. And because of that, the crime levels went down. So that if you empowered someone like Hiroi or someone like Mutua now, when they are focused on this and give them the resources, you'll make this country easier to govern. You reduce levels of crime. You reduce, things like drug abuse, murder, homicides, and so on. Because some of the things that I fight, dirty music, dirty films, that normalize vulgarity, that normalize deviance and disobedience to the law, rebellion to the authority, to godly authority, parental and government. Those things will make this country very complicated to rule. So why do you want to rule a country whose future will be more disastrous and you'll have no legacy because you can foresee where we'll be in another 20 years? So these are people sleeping on their jobs. So if they had foresight,
yes,
they would say, Dr. Mulinge, we want to empower you to do this. Now they are doing PR, trying to rehabilitate drug addicts and so on. A good thing, but too little, too late.
Yes.
If we don't lay the foundation, there'll be more drugs in another 20 years that will be unsalvageable. So when we focus on, there's a structure, there are laws to enforce. When I went to Kenya Film Classification Board, I did not do a new law. But I removed beer adverts from Watershed. There used to be beer adverts at 7.
Yes.
Prime time. Jeff Koinange used to run one, Imara kama Simba, Guinness, nini. I said the law does not allow advertisement of beer, condoms, and some of these products that are meant for adults during Watershed.
Yes.
Because Watershed in Kenya is between 5 in the morning to 10 in the evening. And the law is very clear that during that period, any program on free-to-air TV, now it has been changed, it's all TV programs licensed in Kenya, must be suitable for family viewing. So that when you're watching TV with your family, you don't have to feel embarrassed because somebody has appeared kissing and kids are asking, what are they doing? They don't understand what is going on. Why are you bringing that against the law? It says all programs aired between 5 and 10 in Kenya should be suitable for family. So you bring programs that are educative, that promote family values, and there are many. Now, when you don't do that, and you allow somebody who is earning a salary to look the other way so that they are popular, so that they are not trolled like Mutua, and you allow them against the law, because I did not bring a new law.
Yes.
When I banned Kenya Breweries adverts, they took me to court. I'm not the one who took them to court. And I told them, come on. And I went and defended the position. We won. Went to the Court of Appeal, we won. When I banned the film Rafiki that was glamorizing lesbianism, they took me to court. We went up to the Constitutional Court and we won.
You know, one of the things that I usually say, John Maxwell says everything rises and falls on leadership.
On leadership.
But I go further and say everything rises and falls on character.
Absolutely.
And you've talked to something very, very important about the family.
Yes.
And me, I tend to believe that all things, good leadership, bad leadership, can be traced from the family.
It can be traced from the family, but like I was telling you, we are a community with shared faith, beliefs, culture, and values. We went through a very protracted process of constitution making. The Constitution of Kenya 2010 is said to be one of the best in the world.
Yes, yes.
Very progressive. Probably only equal to South Africa in this continent.
Yes, I was in America.
We went through that process when they were doing that.
And then actually, do you know what?
Yes.
One of the senior lawyer in America, they said that you people, you have got the best constitution.
Very good.
And why is
now
it
that
constitution,
that constitution recognizes family as the basic unit of society. It defines family as a union between two people of the opposite gender.
Yeah.
So when you bring in the nonsense of LGBT films and music, I'll ban it. Not because I hate it, but that's the law. Because we went through that process and gave ourselves the preamble of our constitution. Says we, the people of Kenya. We, the people. So this is what we agreed. There could have been minority who are opposing, but in the process of lawmaking, it is about majority having their way and the minority having their say.
Yes.
People say, do you know even there are people who push that we should not pray in meetings, particularly government meetings?
Yes.
Yet the very preamble of our constitution recognizes God. It says, we the people of Kenya, recognizing the supremacy of God Almighty of all creation. The first paragraph of our constitution has God right there.
And also the national anthem.
Yes. That's the national anthem, you can say it's okay, but the constitution is what governs a country.
Yes.
All the laws, all the articles, any law policy is derived from the constitution that you have given yourself. The Constitution of Kenya, the preamble says, we the people of Kenya, recognizing or acknowledging the supremacy of God Almighty of all creation. So first of all, Kenya is a godly state.
Yes.